Welcome back to Ferocious Education. This is Zed. Today we're going to be talking about NAKD brand group, going with the ticker NAKD. Now for this one here, I did talk about NAKD brands group before, so you'll find my previous video in the description below. But today we're going to be talking about due diligence updates, technical analysis, short interest, institutional buyers, some analyst recommendations, and what I think about this one. So without further ado, let's jump right into this one. So NAKD Brands Group. If you were to sum it quickly here, NAKD Brand Group is a specialist digital intimate apparel and swimwear business focused on exclusively online. They design and market 70-year-old Fredericks of Hollywood brand under a license agreement with Authentic Brand Group. NAKD Brand Group was created on June 20th, 2018 via the merger of the NASDAQ listed Brand Group Incorporation and the New Zealand company Benton Limited, which was established in 1947. In January 2021, NAKD Brand Group announced a strategy to exit Benton's business, which was officially divested in April 2021, paving the way for NAKD Brand Group to exclusively focus on the e-commerce marketplace. As a fully capitalized NASDAQ-listed company, we're fully well-positioned to take advantage of the evolving customer preference for a seamless and digital experience when purchasing intimate apparels and swimwear. So really, that sums it up as much as you can get to. And some of the latest news, including them again divesting from the brick and mortar, trying to go on towards an e-commerce platform and really being fully digital. Now, they did previously sign a definitive agreement for $100 million in terms of a private placement. They are loaded on cash, and we talked about that before with different market offerings. And so really, they don't have much debt and they have a lot of cash. Now, the last thing that we need to talk about in terms of news before we're going on a bit towards the due diligence parts and SEC filings is, and this is again part of the due diligence, is their compliance. So they have until October 25th, 2021 to reach compliance, which means 10 business days above $1. And later on, we can also apply for an extension to another 180 days. So you still have a lot of time in relation to that compliance. Now, in terms of NAKD Brand itself, they do have an annual general meeting on August 20th, 2021 around 10 a.m. Sydney time, which translates to Thursday, August 19th, 2021 at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So there wouldn't be any market hours open with after that, at least until the next early morning pre-market. Now, a bit towards the SEC filings. So we have some of the SEC filings here. The first one here includes on July 2nd, 2021, they have actually sold around 53.5 million shares at a purchase price of around 62.56 cents. So the closing price of the bid of the ordinary shares on July 1st, 2021. Before moving on forward, if you would like to see more contents like this one, know a bit more about NAKD Brand Group, make sure to subscribe and turn the bell notification buttons on. Also, if you enjoyed this video so far, make sure to drop a like to this video, and in the description below, we have a free server for Discord. We can chat a bit more about this one. It's totally free. We're not trying to upsell you into anything. Once you go on there, head to the trading floor. Now, in terms of NAKD brands, and we're going to go back to the SEC filing, but there's a lot of attention for this one here. There's even from this financial review piece, which I very, very much recommend that you do read, how a Reddit army, the NAKD brand, or NAKD Army, I believe, that's what it's called, brought an Aussie lingerie icon back from the dead. And it's a long story, and I really liked reading it, so definitely please do go ahead and read it if you're interested in NAKD Brand Group. Now, part of that as well is to follow this guy, Justin Davis Rice, which is the chairman and the CEO of NAKD Brand Group. Now, in less than 21 hours ago, he did report that he was actually in New York, and around July 13th, he said the next stop was USA, and it could be actually part of business plan, because literally say here a busy few weeks ahead for Naked Brand Group, and Naked Army, New York Stock Exchange, or sorry, New York City. And so we're going to be probably hearing a bit more relating towards the PR, and in August you probably will hear some of the updates perhaps on some of the exciting things that might be happening with Naked Brand Group and the e-commerce business. Now, going on back towards the SEC filings. So some of the SEC filing includes, yes, that raising of shares and selling around 54 million shares, a little bit short of that. And they also put in currently a third-party review on whether that kind of raising of shares, right here it says, we have been requested to provide an Australian legal opinion in respect of the prospect issued to 54 million shares. So again, that's not much to talk about there, and we can move on towards the short interest. So relating towards the short interest, currently the short borrow rate is around 9.25%. It's not that high. Now, in terms of the available shares to be shorted, it's around 2.6 million as of 4 minutes ago. And in terms of the short volume ratios, take a look into that. It's been hovering very close to around the high 30s. So I'd say probably anywhere between 35 and 40%. But if you were to go towards the shares float or the shares short floats, you're looking at 913 on Finviz. It might actually be higher than that. Take also a look into the price over book. You're looking at 0.93. If you were to look into the SP 500, that's currently at 470. And for the price over sales, it might be a little bit oversold or a little bit overvalued, around 747 on price over sales. SP 500 is 320. The easy way to explain this is because they're from a transition phase from the brick and mortar towards an e-commerce platform. So this gives you a really good idea. There's a lot of retail power behind this one, and a lot of people are thinking that first it was GME, second was AMC, and Naked Brand Group is right after. In terms of institutional buyers, they remain bullish and they continue adding in more shares in July. Let's move on towards technical analysis. Now, on the technical analysis point of view, it's been beaten up in a few days, so we're going to take a look into a reversal chance. So currently, this is one of the first green candles in almost all week, so that's a really good bullish sign, almost into a doji star. Now, currently, the moving indicators are all bearish, except that the 50 SMA is above the 200 SMA. But again, we're really hoping for news because it appears that any news that comes in positive, this one does spike up. In terms of the willing percent R, which is very similar to the relative strength index, also known as the RSI, it's highly oversold. Now, in that sense, in terms of an equilibrium situation, you're going to have more buyers coming in, and if you were to take a supply and demand understanding, it would mean more demand, less supply, or similar supply, and the stock price would raise. Now, in terms of the NAKD, you're starting to see that there is a positive reversal sometime, most likely next week, as it attempts a positive reversal going on towards the positive side. And momentum is currently negative at 0.015. That's on the negative side, and it is still close to zero, so there is a chance for a reversal on that level. Now, in terms of stochastic fast and stochastic slow, both have a chance of going on towards a reversal. As you get to see, they're closer towards the bottom parts. In terms of the moving average bands, you get to see that the Bollinger Bands, which is also some kind of a moving average band, it's a Bollinger Band based on momentum and volume, it's expected that this one trades at 52 cents at the bottom and 72 cents at the top. But it's actually pinpointing a bit downwards, which suggests a downtrend probably started up from around 28th of June. In terms of the Fibonacci retracements, and the reason why I use this one is high frequency traders use it. On the resistance part, it's 85 cents, above there 134, 173 above there, 213, 269, and 340. The only support for this one on the Fibonacci retracements is 7 cents. And if we were to take price line action, you're seeing a very strong support, and I think if we do break this one, we might be in trouble, but I do expect a bounce from this level, is at the 51 cents. Below there, you can perhaps still go around 45 cents, but then right away 35 cents and 20 cents. In terms of resistances, there is currently a very strong resistance at the 61 cents, above there 71 cents, Above there, you're looking into 85 cents and then up to 99 cents to $1, and then $1.22, $1.39, and then $1.56, $1.87, and then up to $2.24. From there, it's easy to go to $3.40, etc. Now, in terms of what I think about this one, first, let's take a look if we have any of the new analyst recommendations for this one. So we don't have any, as we get to see here, powered by TipRank. And what I think about this one is that it's going to have a really good future. It raised so much cash. Retail has really helped this one stay in the market. Otherwise, they probably would have went bankrupt anyway. And so you really gave it a new chance, another chance. They divested from Bendon. They're going towards e-commerce, and they're hearing their people out. The shareholders are being heard. That's very rare. And it really feels that this stock is really moving based on the shareholders rather than whatever management wants. And so it's going to be very exciting, and I'm very excited for this one. Do I expect for it to go higher? It is probably going to go at some point higher. Currently, we're on a new low. It's around 51 cents, at least since February. And it did test this one back in April, another time in May, early on and end of May, and it bounced every time. So hopefully we're going to bounce back. This line I'm drawing horizontally, that's a very critical line, and I don't see it going on below that line. Now, yes, it did back in 2020 and 2021, from around August 2020 to around February 2021, but they already divested and plan to divest from anything relating to brick and mortar. So Bendon is already divested, and you're probably going to be looking at an e-commerce future with exciting futures. So I'm very bullish onto this one, but I'm again very, very cautious towards that 50-cent level. Be very careful, and I do wish you the best. And what do you think about this ticker? Make sure to mention down in the comments below. Sure, subscribe and like, and have a wonderful day. Now, if you're still here on this video, make sure to drop down below and join our Discord. We have a lot of different things going on, including, for instance, members that gives picks for free. It's not pump and dumps, we just things we think about, swings, etc. We also have really exciting bots. You can actually use those ones. For instance, we're just testing out this bot, for instance, that gives you Fibonacci resistance points, activities, etc. And we have a bunch of free things, totally free. We run on tips here, and you can ask me questions, suggest stocks, etc. It's a really nice community that has been growing up very fast at a very good rate, and it's totally free. If you would like to join that one, feel free to do so in the description below, and have a wonderful day.